Hi Gulshan, welcome to New Indian Express. How have you been? How has the lockdown been?
I think I'm pretty well adjusted to the lockdown. I didn't take too much time actually. Pretty early on, I adjusted pretty well to it. I'm an only child, so I'm quite used to being alone and just with my thoughts and like with myself. So I don't get bored spending time with myself.
I always think that, we say that, oh, what a wonderful performance by this actor, or like that character was quite memorable, the way he portrayed it and all that. But do you actors actually take it so seriously, like the craft so seriously, or it's like you don't take the pressure on your head to perform like, okay, I'm going to kill it in this scene, so I'm going to make this scene memorable or something, or you go it like, nay, this is a job and it's acting is my passion. Acting is something that I love and I will do my best today. How do you guys approach?
Early on, when I was getting started, I was inexperienced and all that, so there was a bit of pressure. Like there was, and it's mainly not because I had a bad understanding of the craft or something. I was just not experienced enough working in cinema. But after 2 or 3 films, you get the kind of set in and you develop a certain self-confidence, and the experience goes through also. I don't like to work under pressure. Like, so I am obsessed with composure. Like the more composed I feel on a film set, which is anyway chaotic, and it's such a start stop unnatural process, unlike theater, because in theater you do a lot of rehearsals, months, 2 months, 3 months, depending on the play, and then it's a start to finish. Everything from what you do in backstage and your costume change, or you sitting in the wings and waiting for your entry, everything becomes part of that performance, so it flows. But in cinema, it's not like that. So I realized pretty early on that the more composed I am, the better it is, because that way, whatever preparation I have done before filming, I can harness that very easily without any pressure. And also, my impulses are much stronger. I feel more creative.
Is it difficult for the people, those who enter and have made a mark, to keep that humility with themselves, because it can be taken advantage of also?
Yes, it is tough. You can very easily lose your head or lose your way. I became conscious of it also because we get used to people treating us a certain way, because when I'm on set, I'll give you an example. We have these dressing rooms or vanity vans and all that. So every time you pass by the door, the people sitting on chairs, they all stand up. And I'm like, why are you doing that? Okay, you don't have to stand up, because I don't want that chair. I'm just minding my own business. I'm walking by. And if people are like smoking or something, they'll hide their cigarettes. Sometimes even my staff, like people who work with me, are smokers. So they'll be having a break and having a fag, and they'll see me and they'll hide the cigarettes. And some of these people are like 15, 20 years older to me also. So I'm like, please you don't have to do this. But the reason why I'm explaining this is that there's a certain the industry, there's a certain hierarchical culture that the entertainment business has cultivated, and I have noticed that it's even more in television although I have very zero experience working in Hindi television, but I have noticed it because I've been on sets. Because directors get their feet touched and they almost like treated, and we are very revered, and anything that I want I can get pretty much. Like nobody will say no, and all the direction team, all the assistants, they'll all treat like an actor slightly more special. And then after you get some kind of popularity, you go to restaurants or anywhere else, or mall or something like that, you get some preferential treatment. You do, even if you don't want, sometimes they'll give you preferential treatment. And it's very easy to get used to this. So wherever you go, you start to expect it. Like almost automatically, you will start to expect it. And when you don't get it, you feel like, oh, why am I not getting it? And then you do whatever it takes to get it. So I think it's important to be conscious of that. It's not real. A lot of these things is not real. And once you become conscious of that, if it's happening to you, then you can stop yourself saying that it's okay, it's fine. Like, it's fine if I don't get like a really good seat in a restaurant, or like some preferential treatment from
Was
like
it difficult for you? But was it
Not
difficult for you?
really. It wasn't difficult. I was very awkward by this anyways, the attention. As in it's a funny thing, because you want attention, but at the same time when you get attention, it makes you awkward. At least me. It makes me really awkward.
2020 was supposed to be your busiest year. I just took a little liberty to take a sneak peek into your Wikipedia, like about the movies that are coming out or the, your projects that are coming out. 2020 was supposed to be your busiest year, and then suddenly the corona is like a spoil sport right now,
Yeah.
because a couple of projects are like delayed now. So,
Yeah.
so what are you looking out for now, and when are they coming out?
I don't think I have any right to complain because I think I'm very privileged anyway. So I think when you get a slightly more in-depth understanding of what is really happening and how people's lives are being messed around, I feel that I have no real right to complain even, because things are fine. Like things are just delayed. It's not like I've lost jobs or like I don't have any money or uh, you know the financial setbacks or things like that. I'm not in that position, and so I don't have any reason to complain about. Oh, I do miss being on a set because I was shooting for this for with Rima Kakti's next. We were filming in Rajasthan when we had to shut everything and we were sent home. I did miss it quite a bit because it was going really well, and I had done a lot of prep, about 2 months of preparatory work for that. Really looking forward to it, and I was having such a wonderful time working with Rima. It was the first time I was working with her, and we really got along well as two creative people collaborating on this project. I was getting on well with my co-actors Vijay Verma and Sonam Shah and Sonakshi Sinha. We were having a riot over there. And the work was turning out really good. So having stopped that all of a sudden, we couldn't really, we didn't have any say in that. So that for some time I was upset. But once I got a perspective of what's really happening, I told myself like, you have no right to complain. Just shut up and endure this. Like just move on.
The thing that we were in awe of Bollywood, and it has touched our lives also, and suddenly it's turning into a big bad world. Like, is it a phase, or like is it just a certain incidents that has happened has kind of turned into a like a it's kind of being generalized, which is unnecessary or something like that?
I'm not going to try and defend Bollywood because in many aspects it's indefendable. Like I can't. There is exploitation, there is a lot of favoritism, there is a lot of politics, there are all of these things, and there is uncertainty. Like I said, it's right, merit cannot exist, and a lot of people come here expecting merit. And I think that is the flaw. The moment you start to expect merit, then you feel that, oh, I'm so good, I work so hard, I should be like ahead of each other. And this creates a certain friction, because of which I think we are in the situation we are in, because a few people feel that they deserve more and are curating a certain what I would, from my perspective, would call a very insincere campaign, and it's all very amplified and exaggerated. Uh, Again, not that Bollywood is crystal clear or it doesn't have any. A lot of things can be better in the entertainment business in general, not just Bollywood. I'm trying not to be very emotional about this and trying to step back and just look at it from a distance and try and understand who has what to gain. So I think if anybody would like to understand what's really going on, I think it's better to emotionally detach. Oh, how can they say this about our favorite, star, or and this and that. And we all like to gossip. I mean, gossip is really interesting. But if you really want to, and entertaining, but if you really want to understand what's happening, you just step back a little bit and try and see who has what to gain. So, and since I am from within the industry, I think I have a slightly better perspective than the general folk.
And also, like, we know that you have been choosing roles, like, I mean, you don't just choose a mass role, like you pick the roles. You like, I mean, even if it's not with the length or anything like that, or the number of scenes there or something, you choose the the depth of the character, whatever we know the kind of characters you choose. But coming back to the industry, like, I mean, we see that Kannada industry has evolved. Like, when I say evolved, like, you don't have to go for the mainstream, but there are web series coming. It has it has become a little more versatile, where it's people are reaching out. And I'll take the liberty to take the yardstick, as a lot of things have been being remade to different languages. So do we see you experimenting with the scene in Bangalore sometime, or like, even if it's not mainstream, with the other versatile thing that's coming out?
Uh, it may be kind of a bit mainstream, but not in the mainstream, like not the mainstream. You know, I have been in talks with Rishabh Shetty, and if you're familiar with the kind of films that he does, he's a sort of a new wave mainstream. His films are definitely more content based than character based, like a hero based, like star based. And he's managed to be incredibly successful also as a filmmaker and also as an actor himself. So we have discussed a few times. He had come over when he'd come over here to Mumbai, or when I had gone over there. So we're constantly in touch, and we've discussed a few things. I don't know when they will materialize, because there are other variables and other factors to be considered. So he seems to be quite interesting.
All right, thank you so much for talking to us, and good luck. Good luck with everything what you do, and can't wait to see you back home over here in Bangalore. And let's see when the new thing is coming out. New of your projects are going to come out, which are pending in the pipeline already.
Bye bye.
Okay, bye. Thank
Thank
you.
you.